A lot has been attached to Squash's name over the years. Let's cut no corners. You get caught with a Glock with a switch in the United States of America, you are going to prison for it. They're not letting you walk away after they caught you with a Glock with a switch. So I was wondering how come they transferred him over to immigration customs already instead of holding him there at the state jail and then having the feds come deal with the case. Well, it looked like things got a bit scrambled, but it also looks like they are ironing things out. Maybe the information had not gotten to the feds yet from the state level, and when it finally did, the feds picked up the case. That's how it kind of works, right? So Andre Whitaker was taken into ICE custody by agents in Florida on the same day he was granted bail for his firearm possession arrest. A check on the official ICE website on Friday, March 14th showed that the dancehall artist is no longer in their database. Further checks revealed that Squash was transferred to a federal detention center in Broward County on Friday. Well, there's also rumors that he is also facing deportation to Jamaica. The Montego Bay DJ has not updated his social media accounts, and neither did his representatives release any statement. You know, when somebody get in trouble or get caught up or dies, it's kind of telling with the social media stuff. When the social media is frozen, it says a lot. Local law enforcement in Jamaica recently shared that they were on high alert for possible deportation of some residents allegedly worry that his presence could cause a flare-up of violence in St. James Police Division. However, the police say that they have safeguards in place to prevent any flare-ups in that area. In other words, the police in Jamaica are wait upon him. And they think that they have reason to believe that if Squash is deported to Jamaica, violence are going to kick up, right? And if the violence kick up, they're letting us know that they're ready for it and they have things in place to deal with it. It turns out that the artist might not be on the deportation list anymore. Maybe he's not on the deportation list now, but what it looks like, he is definitely on the feds list for a federal charge. Now, I went and looked up what are the penalties for getting caught with a Glock with a switch in the United States of America, and then I went and looked specifically in the state of Florida where Squash was caught with such. And the penalty is up to 10 years in prison and a $250,000 fine.
You see this present day dancehall music here, where we see I go on about the place, the trap music and the trapper them and all these things. It the thing. It really the thing, the whole society. And when a man tell you say the music now have nothing to do with nothing, it's foolish to see my talk. Because him was influenced by our next DJ, and our next DJ was influenced by the next DJ. So don't talk out say it's the parents them should not look after them. The parents them is looking after them picnic as far as them can do it. You is responsible for take it to the next level. You don't responsible for carry it go way down in the pit. And I tell you some big artists or some big dreadlocks, respectable Rastaman I tell man. How come mothers become a bad word all of a sudden? Man used to talk that long time, but it's the first time. If you tell a man that you know you hear them fight, no, it's a normal thing like Ras. You know man say Ras. Mothers become bad word, Rasta. Your mother become a bad word. When a man tell me that it's a bad word, you tell him, you know. So how it reach a stage, eh? How it reach a stage where man just make video with man in a body bag and gonna run around the car and all them things there. And you to watch that and who not talk about say that have nothing to do with nothing. It's mad no mad man. Because you can make little money here, so no money there, so money here, so. When you think say money is the power. Look here, man. You say today for you and tomorrow for me, it's straight going on. So you really depend on the IRS right now. And you can make some money and, you know, whole heap of girls and champagne and all them something there. But watch down the line. Because the same thing where your project out there going to turn back and bite you. Because when you're a little youth, we watch the YouTube and the this and the that. When them grow big and see them something and see them father, I project them something there. What you think him going to do? When them grow up in a system, in a community, where all them can hear and all them something there, and him start to and everybody will laugh when him say it. I see some video where look 5 years old that says everybody will laugh like it's a joke thing. What you not dealing with? After Jamaica put the world on the map, I'm going to say Jamaica put the world on the map because the world was so such a such a way. Jamaica come rise up that with the music and liberate a whole heap of people that them distress in our apartheid system, in our struggles, right across Europe and Africa. The music uplift the people them and carry the people them on a certain level. And now we see some little youth are going like them not have no sense. And you don't have sense, you know, you don't have sense. But see this little money vibes and this, that and girls vibes. Watch when you no grow tight when you go in though. A whole heap of ones, can remember me tell her daughter say watch what happen, you know. And I say now, what, 30 years, 20 odd years after me see she turn Christian. And now against other ones now. After me don't tell her for a long time. But watch her now, you see the thing going out. You're sorry for Magadog and Magadog turn around and bite you. And right now, I tell you now, you don't mess up the thing. You don't carry the thing down right down in the abyss. You don't carry the thing on a level now where, I tell you, it's dangerous. Dangerous.
We go a dance, go listen, and jump up when them here say, kill a batty man and all them something there. So now, we know say, the promotion of homosexuals, make it reach this point, was done by the DJ them. Is it DJ them? Give the homosexuals big voice right now that them can come out so loud now to attack Jamaican people, you know. And why we say that now? But let me talk about something here. I want to talk about something here, Rasta. A couple weeks ago we did that talk about how well everybody by now know that the sponsors, these companies who usually sponsors reggae show, come out and say them go and go boycott artists who profess violent lyrics, as them call it. Violent lyrics. Them claim say them go and go protest it. Them not going to put no money behind a reggae show that have no artists that chant no violent things in the society because violence is big in the society. We did come out and we did say, well, it's a hypocritical thing because, ironically, because them did have a man, the sister, the entertainment boss did have a man from Digicel who did that. When he was asked the question, is it because of the pressure of the homosexual community in England why these sponsors decide to do this now? The man said, no, it's a coincidence. It's a coincidence. Well, we hear it from internal. We have some little people where internal that at that meeting, specific meeting, it was a task about boycotting homosexual lyrics. And somebody in the meeting say, no, you can't come out and tell Jamaica, say, you're going to boycott homosexual lyrics. So them decide, so them are going to say, them are going to boycott violent lyrics. That is hypocritical because me don't know, say, it's not violent lyrics them against, it's homophobic lyrics according to them. Because violence in the music for a long time against the woman them, gun music, gun lyrics, and no sponsor never come out and say them nah sponsor no show with violence in the music. Until some guy some homosexual guy in England now come out now, you hear everybody a jump on it now and I say, well, yes, too much violence. Violence in the music, and we call pan for years now, we are called pan radio station, we are called pan artists, we say stop the foolishness. We even talk about the whole heap of homophobic so-called lyrics were in the music, and we said, you not promote the people, them will stop doing it. The gun lyrics now work out, the abuse against the women them in the music. So the man them come out now hypocritically. I want to make mention that we didn't even mention Warrell King in the program, because we did say when Warrell King did have him band, when starting band him saying say him now back certain artists. I think him say him that one time he was supposed to back ladies side, him say him now back ladies side. Whole heap of people say a foolishness that, this and that, a foolishness that. Alright? It go on and go on. We see now. Them come out now, so them getting violence lyrics. Well, it's lie them telling. Lie them telling. These people who come up, these sponsors, cause we, when we say we now, we are talking about cutting edge as no Mutabaruka. Cause it's only one man can take off his program off of the radio. And that is Mr. Yogo, so dog dive officer. So, and we are saying, watch out now. Those sponsors is hypocritical. And if a guy come tell you say, it's because him now come to, it's like a little bird come flying at me and say too much violence in our music. From 1980s, violence in our music, and none of them never said them go boycott it until now. And we there upon the radio attack every day. We all cuss all this radio station because this radio station are guilty of enough things. This radio station where we see we attack upon us now. It come like nobody not dead if you listen to certain music we are play upon the radio. The lyrics are certain music we are play upon the radio. Especially in the day. You know see, because we there at the night, so and we there have a play certain music when people go to bed, much less in the bright day. It's like people now listen to tune because every tune play upon radio now, you know, every tune. You have IRFM, we have play the madness, Zipper play the madness, FEMA play the madness. I mean, you name it, them a play the madness. Nobody now curtail we are going, so it get out of hand. Alright, so now, these sponsors who never did listen to the radio all the while, because them don't know nothing about radio. All them know say boy, them can't make a money off a certain show. Them come now and them tell people say boy right now, them against violence in the lyrics, in the music. So them now have put nothing. And me say, me I declare say, them not against violence in the music. Them against the homophobic lyrics in the music. You know why we say so now? Because Sting, the greatest one-night show unheard according to them. Sting say, them going to make the artists them sign. Listen to where I go on now, you know. Them going to make the artists them sign say, them not going to promote no homophobic lyrics pan Sting. Watch a man. Homophobic lyrics pan Sting is not the problem, you know. You know what is the problem? The throwing of battle. That is the problem. But every year you hear say, no battle now go enter in the place, no battle now, and man throw a battle same way. You know what is the problem? The problem is not the homophobic lyric. The problem is a man come up and say, man fi dead, gunshot in a marrow and this and that and kill man in a this and that and all them things. No, you hear the woman talk about AK, so do AK over the wall and all them things. You think a lie she tell? You have dance go so no, you know. AK-47 coming and lyrics, no, you know, Rasta. Alright. Where the hypocrite them there? Where the hypocrite them the Rasta? So make a guys from England telling us say, we have to stop homophobic lyrics. And now, still now, I got ban homophobic lyrics. So what I'm to all the other gun lyrics them? Oh no, me no hear nobody attack the gun lyrics that perpetuate itself amongst young people who are listening to certain artists. They don't know nothing about Jimmy Cliff and Dennis Brown and all them artists. They don't know about Vibes Cartel and County Killer and all them man there. You know see, what happened to these lyrics? We incite violence. We don't talk about violence against specific people. We are talking about violence against Jamaican people. Me can't call them, you know, come here call all them, you know, come and break it, you know. And if a man can't take criticism and feel me, I fight against him, I feel bad luck that. Alright. The person named Anthony B. I talked to Anthony B one time, and I say, Anthony B, why every time you go up on the stage, you have to talk about homosexual Rasta? You can't find, I mean, you hear you with some lyrics, Rasta. Can you remember when the first time Anthony B make a tune with band and me call Anthony B on Tony Rebel show and say Anthony B cut the music and say the poem, say the song without the lyrics. And when they band that tune there and me stuck and read the lyrics on the radio. Alright. Anthony B. Me look at Anthony B and me say Anthony B. Yeah, me say Anthony B. Why every time you go up on the stage, you can't say something else without I talk about homosexual rasta because sometimes when you say them things the man start to look at you funny now that start to say wait I wonder if Muta about the man alright. You know what he said to me? He said boy if him go up on the stage and not mention homosexual, him brethren them go say him bow. What kind of talk that? Yeah. Yeah, that means nah take a stand, you know. I'm bridging them try stand up to the boy right now for me not say him bridging them gonna feel away. So that lead me to say now say a whole heap of artists really go up on the stage because him feel say him bridging insecurity. Alright now. So we go now. So Sting now come now and say no homophobic lyrics. What happened to the gun lyrics them? The violent lyrics them? What happened to the lyrics them where degrade the Jamaican black woman? A man can come and sting and say anything but don't say nothing against homosexuals. You don't understand that? And this is the talk now, you know, Rasta. A man can come and sting and say anything but don't say nothing against homosexual. What kind of madness that, Rasta? Me vex about it, you know. Me vex about it, Rasta, because you tell me no say an artist can't say nothing. Because I talking against homosexual don't mean say I'm homophobic, you know. I am not homophobic, you know, Rasta.
And that's the distinction where only for people
don't make him see if you go say homosexual, you're homophobic.
You would want to kill them or something.
No, it's not so it go. You can't go tell. Watch a man, you can't tell a nation of people say, you know what, talk about anything else, but don't talk about homosexual on a show, Rasta. No, that get kind of weird now. It get kind of weird, Rasta. You know why it get kind of weird? You know why it get kind of weird now? We're going to talk about Capleton now. Alright. We have a newspaper here from England. Now, couple weeks ago, we mentioned an article where some homosexuals did a lick against Thatchell. And them said that them not really mind the lyrics them. Because as a matter of fact, them feel good. You remember? When them hear TOK tune, them say the Chichi tune with TOK though would be more accepted in a homosexual club than a heterosexual club. So them don't personally not really mind it. So them not really watch Thatchell. Alright, so you have a whole heap of homosexual out there, including Jamaica. We go a dance, we listen, and jump up when them here say kill a Batman and all them something there. So now we know say the promotion of homosexuals, but it reached this point, was done by the DJ them. Is a DJ them give the homosexuals big voice right now that them can come out so loud now to attack Jamaican people, you know. And why we say that now? This article in the New Nation magazine, newspaper, the headline, "Thank you, Thatchell. Big picture Capleton. Anti-reggae protest is free PR, says Capleton." Alright. Psychologically, Capleton are used where the homosexual them use to justify, say, why them not really mind it. So Capleton now in the article say, why him not really mind where they want to write now because it gives no publicity. Alright. Which is not the bad part used to say that. Yeah, they must say about him, they say. Yeah, they must say no, them no mind that these guys that say these things because look they know. Thatchell name become headline everywhere in the world now, you know, Rasta. Me see them mention Jamaica about homosexual thing from Jamaica, from CNN this morning, you know. Alright. Here the article say now. Controversial reggae star Capleton has expressed his gratitude to gay rights campaigners for giving him free media exposure. This is what the homosexual was saying, that the DJs was giving them free media exposure. One hand is washing the other, no, you know. One hand is washing the other, no, alright. Speaking exclusively to New Nation last week, Capleton thanked Peter Thatchell. Now, Peter Thatchell is the head, is in start the whole furor about the thing. And the outrage campaign for providing him with free publicity to promote his latest album. He said, "I want to thank Peter Thatchell." This is quoting Capleton now. I want to thank Peter Tashel. Now, this is not when I look against Cable Time, because you know, you have some idiot boy out there, when they attack these people, when I attack him, we just say that we're good for the goose, good for the gander. And that same like, we did show them say, them are promote homosexuals. It's so now we see the homosexuals and promote them. You understand? So a man must check out the ideas, the psychology behind the thing, you know. Alright. He said, quote, I want to thank Peter Tashel. I'm grateful to him and his organization for all their publicity. I've been in the business for 13 years and I've never had so much attention from the press. No, this is what Peter Tashel is saying in England, you know. Yeah. See, a long time people were homosexual and they never get so much promotion until now, you know, Rasta. You know what I mean? Alright. News agency, this is continuing now with Cable Time. News agencies from all over the world want to speak to me. CNN, NBC, and some of the biggest newspapers in America. I've never had so much publicity before, even when I was in the Billboard charts. Brethren.
Like a marriage.
Yeah, brethren. No. We give thanks to certain things in Rasta, but you see things that come up to bump, you see things come up to bump, you know, Rasta. It come up to bump, you know. This is the bump, you know, like fest and all, and it want a need for pushing like make the bump go down, you know.
It reached a point where they just have to go to cut out them lyrics there, you know.
They know see what happen, man. They know see what happen. You know see what happen, brethren. Me I say. But we no business with them, Rasta. Me no business with them because if a man bring it to me, you know, me know me I go do him, you know, Rasta. Police, thief, or nobody, you know, we no business with Rasta. If a man ever bring that to me, you know. I mean, me no believe in a kid, you know, Rasta. But if a man ever bring that to me. No, me, Baz, watch a man. Me not business with a man who had the road there, so. But you see, come in my little space, you know. You see, you're in my space, you know. Me and you in a problem. You understand? I mean, I go preach a man to kill you. Me not go do it. But me know why you come in on my space. Yes. And you can't tell me no, say. If me see something over there, so. If me see a prostitute over there, so. Me can't say, well, right now. Prostitution, yeah, prostitution not really something where you should really deal with. I mean, I understand prostitution, but me not see. They just tell me, say, me can't talk. From me go mention what the business now, me can't say nothing about it, Rasta. Eh? What kind of thing this? Where them I put me there, Rasta? Eh? Where them I put me there? Them stop Caesar from going through the airport I got the Rasta. What is this? Alright now. So keep it on now, I say. Never in a film history of performance. Him get so much publicity. And this is who are giving the publicity now. The homosexuals, them are giving the start out the publicity for him. And him did publicize them in the beginning, and now them start to publicize him. You know what I'm saying? It's a serious alliance for God. So, alright. Cape Town believes the controversy surrounding reggae artists and their homophobic lyrics has been blown out of proportion. Alright, Cape Town gives time. Alright, next page. He said last week, the problem is that it is impossible to translate Jamaican patois into standard English. In Jamaica, an entertainer will perform at a show, and when he comes out the stage, if his performance was good, he might say, I murdered the crowd. It doesn't mean he literally killed his audience, likewise. A taxi driver who has just dropped off a customer might say, I just shot a customer. But it doesn't mean it literally. That's just how it talks. Alright, Cape Town might not mean literal because it says metaphorical matter. Well, obviously fire is metaphorical in a most language because the Bible says, John said, I baptize you in water, but there's one coming who I will baptize in the Holy Spirit and with fire. It now means that John the Baptist will put Jesus in a fire. You know, see, there's a metaphorical language. So Cape Town is understanding this metaphorical language, you know. But I don't believe, say, if a man say, gunshot, either boom bye, in a Batman head, if him talk metaphorically, I don't believe that. I don't believe what a man has said. Inform if he dead. He might tell you, say, boy, right now, if you see something wrong, go on, you know to tell no authority to rectify it because you're dead. I know things say metaphorical language that you know, Rasta. Alright.
You use them. Take it metaphor
No, definitely not. Yeah, all right. So we understand the metaphorical language that is used when it's a fire, because we come here fire. I know Rasta start the fire thing. At church people, we hear church people are saying about fire and brimstone and God go burn you up in the bottomless pit and all these things and hell and damnation and all them things there. So the fire did it a long time, you know. All right. So all we do now is put it on record and popularize it, and it come like say no, we are the cruel persons. You know, see it. Anytime we talk about fire, them things say, so this way I are. Yeah, them hear it on radio. All right. So keep it on now. Comments follow a week of controversial debate surrounding reggae artists and their lyrics. Last week, a UK tour by another controversial reggae icon, Sizzla Kalonji, was cancelled after newspaper reports linked reggae music with the death of David Marley, a gear barman in London who was beaten to death following a spate of robberies. You know what them are doing now? I can tell you what them are doing. This is serious thing going on, you know. They are spreading propaganda in England that we are killing homosexuals. In Jamaica, we're running them down and killing them. Yeah. And the homosexuals who leave Jamaica and go to England is saying that is true. That is what is happening, you know. That is why it come on CNN this morning, you know. Yes, it's lie. It's lie. Nobody now identify no homosexuals who go beat them Rasta. We say watch out, man. We will say it once and we will say it twice. Most homosexuals that dead is them boy kill them.
And most man in Jamaica know a homosexual.
Yes. Them now run him down. Alright. Marley Aguirre. 6 youths, 2 white boys, 2 white girls, and 2 black boys have been arrested over Marley's killing. Home Secretary David Blunkett officially banned Sizzla, real name Miguel Collins, from Britain last Thursday. Police slammed media reports that linking reggae music to Marley's murder. A Met spokesman told New Nation the inquiries we have conducted since complaints were made regarding certain lyrics and the seeking of advice from the CPS with regard to them is a wholly separate matter to the recent murder inquiry on the South Bank. The two matters are unconnected and concern officers from completely different departments. Reggae producer Blacker Dread of Black Music Council was surprised by the cancellation of the Sizzla tour. He told New Nation last week, I was amazed when I read the reports in the national press associating the killing of a gay man with reggae music. There's no link between reggae and the killing of David Marley. I think it's disgusting that the reggae death, the tragic death of a human being, regardless of whether he is gay or not, should be used as a weapon against reggae music. Gay rights activists claim the popularity of 8 reggae artists, Capitan, Sizzla, Bushman, and Sizzla, in the 8 TOK, Vibes Cartel, and Elephant Man is responsible for 10% rise in homophobic assaults over the past year, although they are yet to come up with any proof to back their assertion. I think what you say? We have weapons of mass destruction. we have weapons of homo destruction. It's a serious thing, you know. It's a serious thing. But alright, the point when we really are trying to make is this now. Because we have come down when it started. We just started for this. It started, yeah. Because we are bringing the thing to the nitty-gritty. What we talk like here. We soon take advertisement. But watch out now. The point is this, that we have been speaking continuously that these artists is promoting the homosexuals. We keep saying it over and over. And if we keep promoting the homosexuals, they're going to become like what we make them become, you know. Now, the homosexual is so big now that they are giving our artists the biggest promotions them ever get in their career. You know, see it? Yeah. So it's a thing that we have to really check. Do you really want
the level of power where them have and the reach where them have?
Do you really want to say that you give thanks for the homosexuals for big job? I mean, you know, because the homosexuals them feel good for no say them a get big up. You know, see it? It's a thing. So we have to really check it. Now, in the 80s, you know, when Shabba Ranks come out and talk, it was gun lyrics and it was who about.
Like you would have said then, oh,
I know, get big, you know. Ladies are big artists, you know. Same thing Shadow, you know, them banner from down the south. Yeah. See, alright now. In the 80s, though, you know, in the 80s, Shabba Ranks it come as one of them what they call obscene artists. We get big. Yeah. Like ladies are now, get big, you know. Ladies are big artists, you know. Same thing Shadow, you know, them banner from down the south. Yeah. Down a Montego Bay, you know. Yeah. But she no business. She just go and do what she do and now she get big. So look more so here, everybody has said, boy, if she have a number one tune on Billboard, you know. Like that. Like that day we had talk about Hillel, you know. The first thing them say about Hillel, you know. Them say, them will tell you about the whole of Hillel, Isra Hillel, they hear them now. Sean Paul, who has gained international recognition, was a past student of Hillel. You think they would have just said that? No. You think they would have just said that if he never said millions out there? Them nah say that, you know. Because to them, Sean Paul lyrics is not much to be desired. Dirty Cup crew and all them today. Them nah go say that. But it's true now, internationally. Him can give 5 million to poor relief and all them something there. Him get big. So the same thing in Shabba Ranks now. Shabba Ranks come with the nastiest lyrics them. And everybody loves Shabba Ranks. Alright now. Shabba Ranks have a tune named Dembow. I used to when a tune get big, every man starts singing who are eat on a table. Who, for those of you who don't know what eat on a table is for foreigner, it's called oral sex. Right? Oral sex in Jamaica is called eat on a table. I don't know why the man will come at table, but I don't know why the man I don't think he eat pants up on the table. He eat on a 2-foot table, but in the 80s it was a big thing, you know. It was a big thing. Yeah. Every artist come on stage and I said, all who knows them no bow put up them on. And all who knows them no this put up that. And watch a man. No, it's still going. In the 2000, wait, I'm going to show you an article where we book up in the newspaper. It's a serious thing. The article said, from them bow to take. Yeah. Alright, part of the article said, it was not so long ago that practitioners of oral sex were the target of DJ's wrath, with death advocated as the punishment for those who went below the 2-foot table. The man used to come on stage and dead to just like what the matter what we say, the dead to any man where suck woman and this and that, you know. Alright. These days, there is a much more relaxed stance, at least, on receiving the once taboo act. Given it, nobody has pushed that so far. Shabba Ranks had the classic anti-oral sex song in Dembow, coming out in the early 1990s. Dembow took no prisoners, as it said. That was serious stuff indeed. However, just over 10 years later, I can turn on my television and see Vibes Cartel in full flight on RETV chanting out the lyrics to take. And when he hits the part about the doorknob, he allows the screaming woman at the front to alaba that a go cause you a blow job. That means you can't say that past stage, you know. 10 years ago, if you say that past stage, you know, man, stab you in your neck, you know. Yeah, they are not old, they are not hiding. They look most enthusiastic, as they are certainly not ashamed. This is a hell of a turnaround, considering that in the mid-1990s, Lady Saw said on the Joyride rhythm, it was under the sycamore tree. A boy want me fi bow and me tell him fi flee. Looking back, the closest I can identify as a turning point in the male attitude to receiving oral sex, at least on record, was when Baby Sham questioned which girl and which girl say she nah duck right, you know, at that run the cut. Me
which girl and which girl say she nah
which girl and which girl say them nah, yeah.
Run the cut.
Yeah. Me hear them turn over when me girl a clean when she get the style that was. This is a serious thing. He got a little flack from 1 and 2 DJs, but there was no huge furor. In the new millennium, Cecile comes with a song and video about the woman's joy at receiving oral sex, urging the men to do it to me baby. Back then, it was hard to imagine a time when receiving oral sex would be so openly discussed and recorded. But the future is here, however, giving it is still very much taboo, as Cartel and Beanie Man remind all that the speed limit for sex is 68. For other that comes 69.
Yeah. And recently too, Missy Elliott did have a song where get very popular in Jamaica and is now still popular about lick it. Lick it and you know.
But remember the tune Get High?
Yeah.
Get High?
Yeah.
It couldn't play for radio either. But I want to tell you now, this is serious because watch you now. Oral sex is taboo in Jamaica. And it was made. You see, we are talking about the popularity of people promote things, you know. People feel them a fight against things. Yeah, people feel them a fight against something, but them really have, alright. So the DJ them come and them talk about oral sex and man for dead and man for this, man. Just like what them talk about homosexuality. Now, if you talk about that, it no make no woman what did I look at in a funny way?
In other words, then what you say is that just like how oral sex come now, be like almost
anything. Little more the bottom man, the guy come like anything. Yeah, that's so. So when you talk about it now, it will come like nothing. You know, see? Which is that's what I lead to now.
Become acceptable to.
Is that will come look at?
Even some people it never did acceptable to before.
So you see the psychology of the thing though. You see the psychology of the thing though, because you can fight against something by living your culture. The greatest revolution, you know.
Yeah.
Is to live your culture, you know. Because everything told me when you live
fight against the homosexual, them just sing song to love up your woman.
Yeah, simple.
Yeah.
Sing song to stop.
Love my woman.
It's a serious thing when we think on it, because look at now, you talk about oral sex to some woman or a man. Man love take it than give it, you know. Him not say nothing with taking it, you know, but him say something with giving it. You know see? But now when man talk about it, it's like I know nothing again, you know.
And most women say them get it, and most men say them not get it.
So who I get it? That thing.
Yes, so there with you. See things I go, them have the love and arm in the cruise, slam bombing at the cutting edge, but we are got show. We want to say yellow palo and them. You know, them say today is Ash Wednesday, and I know a whole heap of one. I bet you the majority of Jamaican people don't know what is the symbolism of Ash Wednesday. Whole heap of people don't know that. You have to go be very Roman Catholic religious to know that. Yet still they make it a holiday. I don't know why a religious day should be a holiday for everybody in Jamaica. It's kind of weird, but that is the way how we work the thing. It's like how them have a Boxing Day, which is not a religious holiday, but the whole of Jamaica have to celebrate it, whether them like it or not. And then we have days where we should be celebrating, where we don't celebrate. We don't celebrate. Some days that is directly related to us, the majority of African people in Jamaica, where we just throw it aside and make them give with day to celebrate. You know, them guy have a thing come around now named Lent. Lent. That is the beginning of the end. And why I say the beginning of the end? After the part of it where you start to celebrate, I hear most people say, boy, them eat certain food during Lent. And then when it come around here to the end now, them say, them go have a thing named Holy Thursday. And then them have Good Friday. And then them have Easter Sunday and Easter Monday. And you know, all of those things is religious holidays. But people forget what it is all about. And them just party, and just keep them parties. And the symbolism of that get thrown away in some closet. You understand? And then the capitalists them take over and start to sell you things where you don't need. You don't need it. So we need for going our head cup and understand how those historical events relate to we, if it relate to we, and how we can work around it, because it's nothing but pressure. All of it is pressure. Pressure upon the people them continuously for do something that them don't even know why them doing it. What is the reason why them doing it? You know, we can talk about it because we come up in a time when it was embedded in our house for us. Celebrate these things, even if you want or not. Parents, make you celebrate it. Them have a thing named Easter, bun, and cheese. And everybody look forward to Easter bun and cheese. And them don't know why them eat Easter bun. And them don't know why them eat cheese at that time of the year. Soon, when you hear this program, you'll be hearing a whole heap of that being advertised on this program. Whole heap of people don't know why them eat Easter bun and cheese. What is Easter? Because it's a set of people, set of religious people create that to manipulate the minds and the thinking of the people them. But we continue with Black history. We see some things are going on in Africa, you know, where we just tell you about long time. And this is the removal of the French out of Africa because they have controlled so much things that the people them was not able to have a decent economy in them country. And this economy derives from the mineral resources that these white people come, especially the French come and take out the mineral resources there and go make big money for themselves while leaving Africa poor still. Well, we see a whole heap of African country rise up to the occasion now and I say, look here, enough is enough, you know. We now have to keep out there so we continue to dig out the resources while we get poor. And one of them countries, Burkina Faso, where a young president come up and say, look here, enough. And it's one of the only country that use what them get from them country to pay off the national debt. Can you believe that? It is reported that this country don't have no foreign debt hanging up over them head and over the people them of Burkina Faso. And we will tell you that when Mali run out the French, and this Burkina Faso president run out the French also. And I did say, from last year, I said, what the hell when Senegal drive the French out of them country? Because Senegal is like the starship of Western Africa. Senegal is one of the country them in Africa where the prize of the French is Senegal. But now we see a youth come now and decide, say, look here, enough is enough. We're going to move the French in a way where them do have no them can manipulate mineral resources. And also the language. So I want to play this clip here, you know. I want you to listen to it, you know, serious thing. Listen to this clip here. Very important. Very important. Because we see Africa rising. And we have to keep in contact the African rising. Because it's not long. All right, here we go.
Oil refinery. It's a major move that has the potential to change the game, not just for the West African nation, but for the entire continent. Now, if you're thinking, okay, cool, why should I care? Stick with me, because this is about way more than just oil. It's about power, it's about control, and a shift as far as Africa finally beginning to take charge of its own future. Now, before we get into it, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss another critical conversation like the one we're about to have. All right, guys, so let's rewind a little bit, okay? Up until now, Senegal had to import refined petroleum product. So basically, crude oil would leave Africa, get processed elsewhere, and then come back at a higher price. And that's the cycle we've seen all over and over again in Africa. And frankly, it is one of the reasons why the continent remains one of the poorest on earth. Although we are blessed with an unimaginable abundance of natural resources, and I'm talking about resources that cannot be found anywhere else in the world, we extract very little value from them. You see, most of these resources are exported out of the continent in their raw state, and then they are returned to the continent in a finished or refined state at a premium price. So something that should cost, maybe $1 will end up costing $5 because it was refined out of the country or the continent. There is very little value creation happening on the continent. So think oil, gold, diamond, cocoa, you name it. But Senegal just said, enough of that. Time to change that. And so it all began in 2014 when the Sangomar offshore oil field was discovered off the coast of Senegal. Drilling in the field began in 2024, and this put Senegal on the map as an oil-producing nation. But here's where things got really interesting, because instead of just pumping the oil and shipping it off to be refined somewhere else, Senegal made a power move. They said, we will build our own local refinery and keep that value right at home. And that's exactly what they've done. You see, they've invested over $1 billion in upgrades to their national refinery known as Senegal African Refinery Company, SAR, leveraging financing from local banks as well as the Pan-African Bank, Afrexim Bank. And today they've processed their first batch of crude, 650,000 barrels to be exact, producing 90,000 tons of diesel, gasoline, kerosene, and butane gas. That's huge, but they are not done yet, as they are reportedly in the midst of an additional $500 million deal to further expand their capacity. So let's zoom out for a second. Why does this matter beyond Senegal? Because this is about Africa shifting from being just a supplier of raw materials to actually controlling the production process. You see, oil isn't just a resource, right? Oil is power. The countries that control oil production control their own economic destiny. Look at Dubai. Look at Saudi Arabia. And for way too long, African nations have been locked out of that power structure. Think about it. Nigeria, Angola, Ghana, they've all got oil, but they still have to import refined fuel. It just doesn't make any sense. Meanwhile, countries like the US, China, and Europe make billions refining and selling it back to Africans. Now that's the cycle that Senegal is breaking here. Fuel prices could drop. Local jobs, potentially thousands of them created. Energy security, a huge step forward. And let's not forget the bigger picture. Africa loses billions every year by not refining its own resources. So Senegal's move is proof that that doesn't have to be the case. But of course, with big wins come big responsibilities, right? The government has already set up commissions to review oil contracts to make sure that foreign companies aren't walking away with all the profits. And that's the right move. Because if we're talking long-term success, we have to make sure that the money is staying in the country and that it's benefiting its people. So the next step, well, Senegal needs to reinvest these oil revenues very wisely. Infrastructure, education, and this is a big one, renewable energy. They have the chance, an opportunity to be a leader, not just in oil, but in Africa's transition to clean energy. And let's hope they take that.
Now, few had heard of him a year ago, and now he is set to become Africa's youngest president. The official results of Senegal's election are expected by the 29th of March, but provisional results show that opposition leader Bassirou Diomaye Faye, who's 44, is set to win. His extraordinary rise caps a rollercoaster period in Senegalese politics that caught many off guard. Months in jail alongside ally and kingmaker Ousmane Sonko ended suddenly, with the pair released the week before the presidential election. Now, Mr. Clean, as he's nicknamed, has promised to get to work on some sweeping reforms. Let's speak to our West Africa correspondent, Thomas Nardi. Just tell us a little bit more about Mr. Faye.
Well, Diomaye Faye is a 44-year-old tax inspector and a member of the disbanded Pastif Party, co-founded by popular opposition figure Ousmane Sonko. They were both imprisoned on separate charges and subsequently released just days before the election. And Ousmane Sonko was disqualified from contesting in the election because of a suspended defamation conviction. So Diomaye Faye was selected to replace him. He is known among his peers to stand for the principles of fairness, integrity and transparency. And he's already started speaking. He said that he will rule this country with humility and he will also fight corruption. He's promised to reform the country's institutions and deal with challenges facing the youth, such as unemployment and the high cost of living. He made these remarks during his first public appearance after his main political challenger conceded defeat.
Okay, thank you very much. That's Thomas Nardi for us there, our West Africa correspondent.
What's happening in Senegal also speaks to the importance of leadership. Since taking office in April 2024, President Bassirou Diomaye Faye, the youngest elected leader in Africa, has made one thing clear. Senegal is reclaiming its sovereignty. And he's not just talking the talk, he's walking it, taking decisive action. In November 2024, he ordered the withdrawal of French military troops, sending a strong message that Senegal will no longer be a staging ground for foreign powers.
As French people, could you imagine seeing us in your country with tanks or military vehicles, with Senegalese soldiers in Senegalese uniforms? That's what history has been like. France has enslaved, colonized, and remained.
And on the economic front, he's renegotiating oil and gas contracts, making sure that Senegal, not foreign companies, reaps the benefits of its natural resources. And he's also doubling down on cultural independence, pushing for the use of indigenous languages, and I love this, over French in schools and government. So what's the takeaway? It's simple. Senegal is setting the blueprint for how African countries can take control of their own resources and break free from dependence on foreign players. This refinery is bigger than oil. It's about self-sufficiency. It's about economic growth and a new vision for Africa's future. And for me, it is just so exciting to see. So the question now is, who's next? Which African nation would you like to see follow Senegal's lead? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments.
That is really what this program is all about, you know, trying to reconnect. You understand? Trying to reconnect. So you hear the documentary, look at that thing about Senegal a while ago. And as I say, Burkina Faso is leading the way in a whole heap of different ways where Africans look now, look upon Senegal, not look upon Senegal, look upon Burkina Faso, and I see it as a light at the end of the tunnel. So you find say Ghana now step in upon that. You know, Ghana step in upon that. So we hope that that light at the end of the tunnel will just bright up the place that other African leaders can see say, it's necessary to take them, you know, so we are going to America. You know, so we are going to America. One man had turned the whole world upside down, you know. One man had turned the whole world upside down. And the whole of them make them wishes off African people. All of them. Even though you hear them talk about America for them own, a thief, them thief the land, capture land, them thief it from the native. Them go to Turkle Island and see the land there and decide them go left Europe and go over there, go thief land. And now them go on like say, them are no alien in the land. Them go there go see people, like everywhere else where them go capture it. Them go there go see people. And now we hear them and say, people are alien. All the Mexican them. Did you know that California and part of Texas and all these places was once Mexico? Yes, it was once Mexico. All of them land where you hear them talk about them now. All of them land there. California, them say the third richest state. Well, not the third richest state, but if you check it on the world, which country is richer than which country, even though California is just a state in America, it would be one of the richest country in the world if it was a country by itself and not a part of the continent of America. And this part of that country was part of Mexico. So why you think you have places named San Diego and Santa Cruz and Santa Monica and all these places? It's Spanish name them there, you know. Spanish name them. And now them are look on the Spaniards them who live in Mexico as alien. Alien. Well, them say what goes around come around. So we're going to see what going to happen. We're going to see what going to happen. Here we go. Here we go.
Good night, Muta.
Good night, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I read Professor Muta Yan Carbon.
I have to talk a little louder, though.
Say, I read Professor Yan Carbon, Jerison. I hope the Creator himself could have some more million more lives to live, to educate the dunce black people, them. The dunce one, them, Muta. I'm going to make an apology about that. I hope Yan Carbon live for the next million more years, educate this dunce and ignorant black people. Alright, big up to Virgin Rastal and a long time man, but Muta, very educated. I don't drink coffee, Muta, I'm coming tired. I drink coffee for still. Program did wicked last year, I sleep it out. Unfortunately, but Muta, man, I heard so much bad things about Africa. And since me leave school and go up, I realize this is the greatest country. But yes, we listen to the people who are oppressed and believe in them. Really, no, Muta. The people who are oppressed, you know. People in a squalor will believe in them and listen to them more. Africa, jungle and lion and this, that, and the devil knows what. And there's nobody from the educated fraternity like the university and the Ministry of Education now come on TV and show people them say all of them things are missing, you know. They just keep it same way, so, you know. I give you impression, say, we don't have to look for riches down here, you know, for wait to reach heaven, for riches and then no one go heaven, you know.
Well, that's why we bring the program, yeah. That's why we turn the program that way, yeah, you know. That's
why one man have 28 accounts and he just keeps still stuck. But Muta, 50-odd Jamaican died by the police. 50-odd, I know you know, man, 50-odd Jamaican black youth.
Man.
My assumption, my youth, my assumption may be wrong. 58 black Jamaican, you know, poor black people, that is my assumption. I don't know how much from Cherokee and I but die because I don't have any access or can do survey know them status. 58 black Jamaican poor man die, Muta, by my shootout. So you tell me no motor. Me I don't. And me have 4 friends I jump over a fence. We don't know what over the fence motor. And when I jump over the fence, 4 of my friends them jump over there and get dog bite. And me, no, I'm not brain. Me not protect myself to go over the motor. So how is it that these people are so unfortunate that the Prime Minister and Delroy Chuck I said, and the minister, when they can't speak English, I said, once a pint gun from the police and the same police commissioner just no. We as a police are do a gunman do. And I justify it with no say them thing and not go saying about. I bet if they reach Beverly and Sugar not go so. But motor I want the constitution change. If a black man follow the law, the same consequence go to him, I go for him with the same thing. Go to the man of Beverly and Sugar. I want the law.
Hold on there now. But you have to admit, say, we are going amongst them youth, they now going to Beverly Hills, you know. Nobody now jump fence and a fire shot at a policeman up at Beverly Hills. Most of the places the gunshot a fire in the garrison, them and which part of the people.
In the garrison, motor, yes. But motor, we are so educated that we bring a perfect ticketing system to mitigate the problem. Why we can't bring a system to mitigate the problem from the youth and keep far from the gun and make money and take care of them family and I contribute to the society. Why? Is it that we don't like black people? But most of the Prime Minister last week I look out now upon the police. Or unfortunate last week I don't remember exactly, but like him I say, the police is there to protect the Jamaican people and we can't have the amount of shooting.
Well, the police might kill people.
Yeah, right.
Too much people are dead by police gun.
Too much people are dead by police gun. It's the contradiction. But yes, still motor. I am telling you from good source. Them get harder to do them harder. And never tell you the wrong thing. I mean know that. I mean I facts about you. We can't discuss certain things. But for a motor, we cannot have a civilized country run that way. I am not saying that you kick off a poor man door and kill him. When the police come for you, you expect ice cream from the police. Because we have some real gunman motor we need to get rid of. But motor we still don't get rid of the extortion. The underworld economy. The guns still are coming. And
I went yesterday with a whole heap of gun.
Alright, where the gun come from? US. So all we have all these general...
I'm not talk to the government about that at US.
Motor, we used to have that general from the US come to Jamaica and the focus was that these general are going to make sure the border closed. And that was the emphasis. I think the last one is the same thing. We stop the gun. Then motor. You carry a... We not smoke, but you carry a ganja go US and save my catch. So all them big old gun here leave US sure and reach you. With the tightness of US security. Yeah. Something wrong, motor?
Of course.
Something obvious wrong.
Of course,
and we
wrong.
attack motor, we don't have no, I must have 1 or 2 coast guard there, so we have a patrol the sea. I must have 2 marine boats and patrol our so
sure. What, the coastline.
All right. So all you hear them attack motor are just chatting. Nothing to stop the gun from coming in. And it's an underworld economy motor. So them friend have been the judge have benefit, the lawyer have benefit, the dead house have benefit. You know, you say the one way in charge of Minister Affairs, but they want to call your own dead house. The motor, they have benefit from it. The poor people at any time it's reach everybody. Watch if them not do something about it. You go in and get a motor. I hear how much people get shoot down. Nobody have a license to protect himself in a motor.
We have a break.
We have to take a break. Yeah,
motor, Mandingo.
Oh, hello, man.
Yeah, man, everything is everything. Quickly, because we know it go. Me just glad that since me denouncing of that Andrew on his political gerrymandering to T-Fata, St. Catherine, my parish, Portmore, that people in Portmore come out in them thousands and demonstrate against this idiot, corrupt 15 parish thing to Portmore and say what are needed are facilities for the area and no 15 parish thing and so on. So I'm glad that the people come out and thing because I get the reports, videos and otherwise.
Yeah, them suppose the other party carry them go court.
Yes, I know that too. Exactly. So I'm glad that since we launched that denunciation, that action has continued and we must straight up because St. Catherine, my parish, must not be reduced in size by no guy and thing. Then the next thing is that racist sabotage again. Just like in Stonebridge, London, Northwest London, Bridge Park Community and Culture Center, which the Africans in Brent Borough fought and got. And is being threatened to be taken away by the Labour Council leader for Brent, Mohammed Butt, you know, Muslim Pakistani thing, right? Administration, because they want to take away Bridge Park Community and Culture Center from our community to see them own people. That in Nottingham City Council, another one named Khan, Khan, is wanting to take away the Marcus Garvey Center in Nottingham from our community also. Oh, yeah? Yes. There is a daycare center there for our elders, African elders in Nottingham, and they have stopped the daycare center taking care of our African senior citizens at the Bridge Park, at the Nottingham Marcus Garvey Center in Nottingham, because they want to claim to demolish the place. Demolish the place. Now the Marcus Garvey Center is a place that in Nottingham that provide facilities for our community to meet and to take care of our elderly during the days and that type of thing. Is this racist that they don't want us to have things of our own? Many things that Africans in Britain used to have, we no longer have, and we have to stand strong with that concern. It was just a few months ago that I played at the Marcus Garvey Center in Nottingham because one of Spanish Town, well-known man by the name of Nashi from Tarspen. See, three blind mice, one of the three blind mice. He was the last one who died. Azian Sterling Hayden Springhawk died years ago. I went to his funeral there because Valerie, who continued with her father's son, V-Rocket, you know, is his niece. And I went there as a Spanish Town man because I know Nashi from them time there and played there. And to know that they want to take away our Marcus Garvey, see the name? Marcus Garvey Center in Nottingham. Destroy them, want destroy what we as a people have done. Yeah. And we will not allow this to work, and this is why I'm making you, Muta, and others know what is going on. Because the greatest thing is to know. Because if we don't know, then our enemies will defeat us. So may I make our people worldwide know what is going on here. Right? For real. The Marcus Garvey Center in Nottingham, and also the Bridge Park Community and Culture Center in Stonebridge, beside Halsden and Wembley, must remain in the hands.
So we have demonstration up there? We have demonstration?
Yes, man. Yes, man. We have demonstration, man. But, you know, we have to keep the fire burning, you know. Because, you see, if we go silent, that is where them want, you know, go silent, and then, like, nothing happen. So we have to keep the pressure on up front every time. And keep you posted where this is concerned.
All right, tell me something more. Tell me something about this conservative daughter, this black daughter named Kemi.
Oh, the girl Kemi body that man is a slave, that man.
Well, I mean, you should talk something that I wonder. You should talk some things, and I say, I couldn't have a black woman attack. When I look, Mrs. is a black woman.
Yes, man. Listen, she only look African, but her mentality is totally European. She have a European as a husband and pick with the European and thing. Her mentality is totally European. See? And I talk about, say, make excuses for the racist British Empire, the biggest and wickedest empire in history. But about them never do so bad and them did do some good things to our people.
You shut to come for Trump, too. Me shut to come for Trump.
Do some good things to them.
Me shut to come for Trump.
Yes, man. And Trump. She and Trump for dump. And you know, Republicans and Democrats are the same as Malcolm X said. No difference. No difference. You know?
So what she is? What she is? What she is up there in the house?
She is of Yoruba nation, Kemi, that's a Yoruba name. But the Badenak is a European husband name. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
So she come from Nigeria. She come from Nigeria.
Nigeria, yes, man. Yeah, Yoruba from Nigeria. Yoruba. That's where the name for the creator in a Yoruba is all around.
Yeah, but I'm here to talk some things, man. I say, what the hell is wrong with this woman?
Yeah, man. No, it's a traitor, man. And there are other traitors like her who we have to deal with, both males and females. And by the way, last Thursday, the 27th, there was a church service in Tottenham, Manor Road, for Cowboy. That's Luther with.
Oh, yeah. I tell you, my mind run upon him too, you know. My mind run upon him too.
Yeah. He more buried at Jamaica in a Portland, Kensington.
Oh, yeah?
Beside his mother and brother. Yes.
What?
Yes. Beside his mother and.
So the station still around? The station still there? Around?
No, but I tell you, that is so sad. Since Cowboy dead, it's like the station dead. That's why, since then, I tell you see, when you have people who don't have your mentality and things.
Yeah, vision, the vision.
The vision. Because you remember when we did bring him, bring you to him station to do your thing when you were here live. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know, them. And of course, you have to remember that Cowboy is the one who advertised your cutting edge by transmitting it in real time for years. You know what I mean?
Man, nearly 30 years.
For nearly 30 years.
Yeah, man, it make people know about cutting edge in England.
Yes. Yeah. So accolades to Cowboy for that, but
I tell you,
him children, them not of his mentality.
Yeah.
They don't have that mentality. The station dead since him dead. That's the truth. So I am on a station and I'm on a Monday called Bless.
Well, I'm going to take a break.
Boom, Harry! Them little fool there try copy them for stop it.
Yeah. Mandingo?
Yes, Smoother. Yeah, man. So, since January, I am on blessradio1.com every Monday from 4 to 7 London time. And the thing with it is that you can actually see me in the studio operating and DJing because it's transmitted live on YouTube. So you see me in real time.
I don't want when we come away up there.
Yes. We also went, yes. That same one.
All
so
right.
Tail up to the rest where control that, you know what I mean? So every Monday, and you see me in the studio operating and thing, DJing and talking and that type of thing. I'll send some of the shows to you because I send them out to people. So that you can see me.
All right.
And listen, because the only boy, one of the pioneers of Lovers Rock, who lives in Brazil more than 10 years now, and one of the biggest reggae artists in Brazil, he did a song in Jamaica in the 90s called Brother Man, and he's asking me to promote it in Jamaica again because it's dealing with the sickening violence in Jamaica that me and you and many other people know about. You know you have people who want to retire and come back to Jamaica, and because of the violence, as you know, living abroad in the States.
Only boy Martin you talk about?
No, not only boy Martin.
Okay.
This is...
Hello? I'm gone.
From St. Elizabeth. Yeah. He's one of the biggest reggae artists in Brazil. And Sidney Crooks, the founder of the Pioneers Group, had his 80th birthday show in Brazil, where he sings at Norris School about 2 weeks ago. And that was a great success also. Sidney Crooks from Westmoreland. And one here up burning
might have
here.
to call a shot because we have a link, coming in.
All right, you know, Mandingo.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, we have a link on the cruise boat there. So I forgot to the cruise.
The cruise boat and thing.
Yeah,
well, all right, the final thing is sad that Tuesday, a 16-year-old youth was shot dead on Paradise Road in front of a school in the Stockwell area, near Stockwell, and he died. When cops were called to the scene 3:20, that was on Tuesday.
We have to move.
All right. Next week then. See?
Yeah, man. Yes, so we hear that we're going back to the ship. We're going back to the ship. How much o'clock we go back to the ship? Well, I take we have sudden, man. Okay. All right, so the arm and the cruise is on the line here, so we want to go to them on the boat. Yes, Ill.
Yes, Motor.
Oh, you left me, man. Oh, you left me. Oh, you mean to left me?
We are here on the ship and it's no original ship.
What?
We say we are here on the ship and it's no original ship.
No, but you left me after the cruise. I don't understand that.
We don't know if you want to spend too much time by sea, man. We know you're there by sea earlier on and all that. We think, one time on the sea, for the year, you're not good. We don't know. All right, so we are going to arrange to make sure you're there on the sea next time.
Then you see, you don't promise me that, man.
No, we don't promise. We don't promise now.
No, I said the CEO promised me that.
CEO promised you. All right. So me have to remind the CEO, say you're supposed to dip on the ship next year. I don't know